welcome to Ghana's post-match conference. A while ago, Ghana drew goalless with the Super Eagles B of Nigeria, and I have with me the head coach of Ghana, of course, like we do all know, the every principal, Didi, Dramani. Hafiz Ibrahim is also here joining us. Coach, I want to ask you the first question quickly before I let my great colleagues follow up with some questions. What is your general assessment of your team against Nigeria, and is there light at the end of the tunnel after the game?
First of all, thank you very much for having me, and then once again, I was here yesterday. I think that the game plan was really to take some spaces of the in the game and to be very wary of their transitional strengths, and so we play to our strengths, and then we try to limit their possibilities, because they are also very dangerous in the transitions, and then also dangerous with the set pieces. So these are areas that we really focus on, and we knew that in the game we were going to control greater part of the game, and we needed to have the right patience and calmness to create decent opportunities to bury. But I think that it was a very tight game, and we controlled greater part of the game. I would say we're lucky also not to concede, because in such games you can easily concede, and it's positive with a scoreless draw. The game is open, and we've seen each other, and they will plan around us, and equally we will also plan heavily against them on Saturday.
All right, guys, to avoid this drama of moving microphones up and down, just mature your voice. Coach, I'm comfortable. Just mature your voice and then ask the question. The same, yes, sir. Muta, hold on. Yes, sir. Your name and your media house, please.
Please, Pauliabu, Happy FM.
Right.
Coach, we saw your captain today was not in the party. Passes were not going through, but you kept him in the game for a long time. Do you think that tactically that also affected the Galaxies?
I will not say so. I think that there were a lot of positives in terms of the spaces that he covered. He's the machine, and he did what he was supposed to do at that material moment, and it was the right time for us to vary our tactical orientation in terms of switching to find the necessary spaces, with our centre backs stepping in more into the channels so that we can play our wing attackers inside the half spaces and allow our fullbacks who were turned into wing backs to go further up the pitch.
Mutala, please.
Coach, Mutala, Media General. When
hold on. Media General is big. Which one is Media General?
CV3.
Thank you very much.
Coach, in the first half, we saw that there was a bit of lack of movement up front. So, Kotoko striker, I always forget, Amwa was a bit dormant up front. But when Jerry Efriye came on, we saw him moving up and down. Would you say that with what you've seen from Jerry in the second leg on Saturday, he could have a start?
He's part of the team, and everyone could start. We have 26 players in camp, and we only had 18 making up the team and 11 starting. Jerry is very mobile. He's a positive player. We need to gradually graduate him into the men's game. In as much as we appreciate what he's doing, we need to also fine-tune his transition into the top levels, because when the game starts, so many things can happen, and when you see the game and then come up with tactical reorganization, it gives you a lot of possibilities. I think that he came in with our tactical adjustments, and so it suits him clearly, and the type of players we have, we play to their strength. So Jerry is just one of the 26 players that we have in camp, and yes, why not? Maybe he could be a starter, maybe another one could be a starter, but he will still create and put some value into what we're trying to do for Ghana.
All right, sir. The one in the middle, yes, please. You, yes, your name and your media house, yes.
Yeah. My name is Abdullah Muftar, Radio Good. You invited a number of players before putting them down to 26. But what you saw today, would you say these are the best players we have in our league?
Absolutely. Yesterday I answered a similar question, and the point is that it is not possible for you to have every player, and it's not also possible that every player looks like the same person. Every player has a different quality, and we look at what we want to do, and we look at what we have created in terms of the style of play, and we look at who can fit in at that material moment. So in your face, this player might be a better player than the other one, and in another one's face, that player fits into what he wants to do. And so it's all about the institution of the program that is in place. That makes you feel that player A is fitting in, and then player B is not fitting in. But that doesn't mean player B is rated ahead of this, or player C is rated ahead of this. It would be premature to say that this is the only materials that we have, or these are the best that we have in the country. But as for what we are doing, you are playing only one game. And if you are playing only a two-legged game, what else would you do rather than to sieve and then prune the number down to a more appreciable level to get into a two-legged game?
All right, the young man at the back, yes. Your name and which media house?
Kelvin also has a Footy Ghana.
For which way?
Footy Ghana.
Footy Ghana.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Can I ask Hafiz?
No. Okay, for
All right. So I think the players were too careful the first 45 minutes. I don't know whether the performance of the Black Stars was riding, so you guys were too careful and cautious not to make mistakes. Was that playing on your mind? And how did it affect that first half?
Thank you for having me here. It's not like we are too careful, but it's the style of play that we came along with. We have to take our time and study the opponent first before we react on what to do next. So that's why you see us taking our time, observing the team. So that's how it is.
Footy Ghana, is that all the question? No question for coach?
All right, Coach, I know you're a very, conservative manager. If you don't score, your opponent doesn't score you. That is how I have known you from, your days at Ansah-Opoku. Now, judging from this point, goalness, how difficult is it now going to Nigeria, trying to prevent them from scoring, and also trying to, get a goal at your place?
I think I had earlier on answered this one. I had earlier on answered this by saying that it was better to have a scoreless draw rather than to have a scoreline draw. What I mean is that technically the game is bearing now. So we are going into a new game, and it doesn't matter where the game is being played. I believe that in Africa now officiating cannot be too bad in the sense that this was our home game, but there was nothing that we're playing and hoping for any favor in terms of officiating. We just have to play. And I believe that where we're going to play the game also, the pitch is one of the best. Is the only approved pitch in Nigeria, and so it's the best. I believe that the most important aspect of our team is we played with the best energy. The boys came with the right effort, and they performed. Results, come, when sometimes you don't control it. But I believe that they will control the game again. We will control the game, and they will open up, and then the game will be open. But even that one, you cannot just go and play a game and just open out. Definitely, you are going to think about scoring, and then you are also going to think about that. I need to keep a clean sheet. As much as possible, we'll try to keep a clean sheet. But I want to believe that we will surely score. We will score. We will open up something, and as for the rest, I don't control that, but I control, the energy. I control the effort. I control the performance. But the results, we don't control it. But these aspects, I can trust in these boys that is what I told them in the dressing room. I think I didn't say anything. I just told them that, look, just believe in what we are doing. I appreciate the energy. I appreciate the effort and the performance. The results comes, as a reward when you consistently put in place these deliberate approaches.
All right, a lot of people, but we will take the last three questions. I will start with you, the one in green. Yes, your hand has been up.
Coach,
Just macho your voice.
Coach Abishapa,
I feel correct here.
Since I'm minimum as a coach, you say what you touch line. I say, guest be I say a buffon at the end. By then, I say refugee, no say nice, whom I was so to a sense, no say not officials, I shall say, I would say,
it's part of the industry. Rebecca say, Ejuma, you know, Rebecca say, we try say, Enyakuma, but Yakuma Ejuma, you know. I think that sometimes decisions be at me call, and I'm not sure I'll be the first or the last coach to have this feeling. It's just that now a person be, you know, we needed something positive and we needed some injection. Now a PBB say a PMO because I think that we have put in a lot into getting these boys to this level, and some decisions be over definitely. Then yes, so your industry, yes, you are yes, your mistakes. So now match officiating, so almost many mistakes. It's just one of those ones, and sometimes one will reflect, we think, I should have toned down a little, you know. I'll try to control that. It's just one of it. I'm not too emotional about this. I know how to control even success and then and when things don't go well. But this was just one of it, just to have some injection.
All right, 2 questions.